What's up, Halo fans? I just wanted to make this quickie right here. If anybody's interested in watching the Buck Spartan or is interested in buying one in the future, I just want to show you all the work that's going into doing this because of the fact that there's no good files. It's not that there's no good ones. There's just nothing I can quick print. It's just I'm having to go back. And so this is what it looks like. I have a bunch of... Oh, yeah. Whoops. There goes that surprise. I actually am posing this. Come on, fuckface. I hate when it just does stuff like this. So, if anybody doesn't know who that is, you gotta know who it is by now. So, let me just try to get... What the hell am I doing? Sorry. Anyway, I forget I'm videotaping while I'm doing this shit. So, if you don't know who that is, that's from Halo Infinite. Man, I forget his name is Jag. Can't remember his last. I can't pronounce it. So I thought I didn't have a posable one. Now that's a nice file. So I found it, and I'm hoping that this leads to more because there's just so many things I can do. Like, you're not gonna get this pose. I mean, obviously, you will when I make it if somebody's interested in it. I'm gonna start making like small samples. I'm not gonna make any big ones for. It just seems like a waste of my time. So. Either way, you'll still get a look at it. So I haven't, because I don't know if I want to collect this one, so I probably might not make it. So anyway, this is Jaga, and I haven't put his sword in his hand. I just didn't get that far yet. This is not even where I posed him. I just brought him in here to see how it looked. And so basically all I did was turn his leg like this. I'm probably going to turn this foot out a little bit more. And yes, I know not everybody understands how it works, but there's like a little, you have control over not everything, but like this area. Excuse me, his arm, his head, I turned. This one actually has control over his eyes, I think. I don't think I'm going to get that far. I don't think I'm going to do that. So my point of making him was, it's not obviously, like, still have to, like I said, I was just looking at the quality of the file. I still have to, shit, bitch. I still have to make his arm, like I tried to do the pose myself where your arm is actually like a little bit of a V and then your hand is actually pointing straight. It's weird if you ever do. It's like you think you know how to pose something and then you're like, okay, exactly how do you hold your arm? So that's what I was doing. And that's how far I got. I know exactly how. Well, of course, when I I got to wrap his fingers around this. That's going to be a bitch. I hate fingers doing them. They're like I wish I had this to pose. I just don't. I found copies of all Halo 5 characters except for all the Spartans and all the, what do you call it? Whatever. I don't know. The bad guys. I can't think of who it was. So I found all of them. Oh, no, not the bad guys. I'm sorry. I found all the Spartans, all 8 of them. But the problem is, and I haven't dove into them too much, but they don't look like you can control them. Now, this one I didn't know you could, but this is the problem. Why? Because some people rig them different ways than others. Some of them have the bones in them and some don't. I don't know. That's just a different program. I can tell because it's a different file extension. So they all have their own way of doing it. I happened to find it on accident. I just was like, oh, wait a minute, you can open that? And then I saw like all these little parts. And I was like, oh my God, I can pose this guy. Because I was about to buy I didn't want to buy it, but I saw a file. Somebody modeled the file. And I think this one, it might be from the game. I'm not actually sure. So anyway, I got in there and I moved this leg and I'm like, you got to be shitting me. So my idea of the pose was to have him, which he doesn't make this pose in the game. I just thought he's a dual wielding, supposed to be a badass assassin. So he's going to have his sword like he's pointing at the chief and then his other arms pulled back like he's going to do some kind of Matrix bullshit. So I wanted to make something like that because who the hell would ever do that except for my dumbass? So I try to be careful with the poses because of the fact that it's this long. See this long area here? So if I make the statue too big, I can't fit it on my printer without cutting the arm. And this is the type of armor that it's not really anywhere good to cut it. Probably right there. Maybe I'll put a little cut in it. This way I can kind of mold it back. This, forget it. There's no way I can do that. I mean, if I were to cut this with a dovetail, I'm never putting it back together. If I cut it here, maybe, but that's a stupid place to cut it. You know, you're trying to hide this stuff, and unless you're, like I said, if I took this into Blender, if somebody took this into Blender, I don't know how to do it. You can cut it apart here, but the way you really would do it, if you look at the way they did the Believe statue, you probably can't. But that's something I would show on my Patreon because it's really cool, like how they did it. So, and I know other people do it. I'm not saying they're the only ones. I'm just saying the way they did it was awesome because they're hiding the joints. If you look at the original Believe file and you're like, damn, I got to cut that apart, you almost can't hide the cuts. Now, you can kind of hide the seam, but you can't, like, it has to fit together right. So the way they did it is like, just for example, like this cut, it would go into the body, but like a rounded off, like a ice cream cone coming to the end, and then it stops, and then there's a key. So you have to go in there and like, you can't just like cut it straight and do it. You have to go in there and make that cut on the curve, and then do your magic. So my point is that was complex. Now for them it's not because that's what they do. But I'm just saying, for me, I was trying to learn how to do straight ass shit. Never mind that. You really have to. You got to do work on all sides of that thing. Anyway, the point is I can't do it. So that's what you're trying to do. If it was up to me, if I could do it, I would do them where they go in and then they key, not a key right up against here. That's the difference, at least on this model. But since I can't do it, I can't cut it there. And so I would cut it there, and then I would just patch it like I did some other things. The rest of this, I could just cut normal. For example, I would just probably cut them here. And then I'm not going to cut them anymore. Like, if I cut them, like, right here, I could probably make them, like, 14, 13 inches tall, as long as I cut the arm so I can expand this bigger. That's big enough. 12 inches, 13 inches, that's a pretty big model. I mean, that's a good-sized model. That's how big the Chief is at 1/6 scale. He's, like, 14.3. So if he's, like, around 13, that's not to scale. But you know what? Whatever. We got to live with what we got to live with, right? And the one other problem I hate is that he has red see-through swords. And so I would have to print this whole entire thing in another resin, the clear resin, as well as, oh shit, it would force me to cut this. I don't know why the camera gets messed up sometimes where your pivot point is. So I'd have to cut this somewhere. And I don't know if I can. I would have to maybe point it this way. Oh shit, point it this way. I don't know. It's like, I got to be careful where I cut, because if I want to cut, it's fucking dumbass shit. It really is dumb. If I want to cut this arm here, I got to watch his leg, because it's going to cut his leg too. So there's a little work to be done. That's in the future. I can't control that. But as far as Buck goes, you can see, if you look, where the fuck did it? You might not be able to tell yet, but his helmet, this whole front piece, let me zoom out. The whole front, you know what? Here's a good way to do it. I know. Watch. There. It just resets. See, now I can spin around fast. It resets it. So the back, the shoulders, look at them bitches, how nice they are. The front piece and this shoulder, they're all new pieces from the new file. You can see the difference if I bring over this. I don't even have to get close. I mean, look at the shoulder difference. Wait, where am I? Yeah, look at the shoulder difference between this piece up here and then this one down here. I mean, look at the file difference. It's fucking night and day. But it's a pain in the ass, really. I'm not like this. I've never done anything like this before. Basically, what I did, I had to can't cut it all off. So I think there's still a little, you see there's a little piece under there of it. So I have to see, obviously this is too high, so I got to move it down on top. I'm making everything like this much bigger than it was. And it's going to be a process so I can get it to print. I mean, why should I not try? I figure it's going to be better, and then I would be fine selling it as long as I can get everything where it's supposed to be. And if there's any zero to minimal extra little pieces laying around. If it's something I got to sand off, it's easy. I'll see what happens. I can just say that if you want a nice statue, you got I got to do this. I can't. There's nobody else doing it for me. One thing right now that I have to go back and fix is the head. If you notice, the head in the original is looking to the side, and then the new head is not. I don't know if I give a crap. He kind of looks cool looking straight ahead, you know. It's not bad. He doesn't have a neck right now because I had to cut it for something, but I'll go fix it because I have a bunch of these original files I can go cut. So never ending, you know. You just copy and paste. So yeah, but I don't know. I never thought about that. Does he look better with the side or looking to the side, or does it matter? I don't know. I hate when it's colored like that where you can't see him. Like it's all red at least. I don't know. I guess the red and the facing forward one is cool. The side one is cool. I don't really notice much difference. If that's going to be the only difference is which way he's looking, I don't give a shit. I like the side look only because it makes the statue look less boring, I suppose. So I'll probably have to go in there and do that. It's okay. I might as well just face. I really can't face it any other way because the neck is turned a little bit. Like his bodysuit of his neck is turned to match this one. So I'm probably going to have to do that. I only did this because I had the file and I just wanted to line it up. And then I'll just save the coordinates and I'll punch them into the other one when I put it together. Anyway. So yeah, all this to make a nice buck. But you know what? It's worth it in the end when I make a nice file or a nice print. So, all right. So just wanted to show a little bit what's going on. Look at all the bucks. It's a lot of bucks and I'm still poor. So, all right. Don't forget to follow, share, and like. And, yeah, if you're looking to get one of these statues, if you were to purchase one from me, this is the shit I'm going through right now. And unless I can, if I can find the file I'm getting the pieces from with the bodysuit in it, then that's game over right there. But people take them out because they want to make cosplay out of it. I wish they didn't, but they do. So, all right, have a good one. Peace.